Alright, what's up guys? We're back again as promised here with the grand finals of Combo Breaker, and hey, who would have ever guessed we have another Monarch Lambda video. I swear to God, this is like, we must have over the years, over the past, what, like 3 or 4 years, it's probably like the 15th video we're watching with Monarch and grand finals. We had XCal shaking things up a little bit, but I heard XCal was here, but he DQ'd himself. I don't know. Anyway, Monarch without XCal, that is our hands down #1 dominant NA champion. So here he is again trying to defend. He's won Combo Breaker in the past, I believe. Going up against a newer face I haven't seen. This is Koopa playing Izanami. So Izanami, of course, nasty character up there, top 3, top 4, top 5. What would you think? Lambda though, her stocks have been moving up, right? And do you think it's because of Monarch? I've even seen some JP tier lists that have moved her up to like almost top 10. She's mad good now. But this matchup in particular. You know, the reason why Izanami's so good is because her pressure is so overwhelming, but you can react. You can react to her. Her mix-up is reactable. It's terrifying, you know, because she got the ribcage on you. She's all this stuff happening. But if you're calm, if you're ice cold like Monarch, I wonder. Again, I haven't seen it. I don't know, but I wonder if Monarch's just gonna block as well as Izanami. Let's see. But anyway, if you like this stuff, hit the sub button. We saw Fenrich lose. We got Evo coming, right? We are 3rd from the bottom, but we're not last. That's all that matters. So we're gonna have our finals on Saturday. I'll be there hyping it up. I hope you guys will tune in too. But anyway, let's check this out. Good luck to Koopa. All right, we've been talking about regionals a lot, but this Combo Breaker is not a regional. This is a major. This is a super major. Look at that crowd. How come the crowd's looking a different direction? Are they not there watching Blazblue? I don't know. But yes. This fella Koopa Claus, though, is he an Izanami player? I feel like I've heard this name before, not Izanami. Am I crazy? I don't know. I might just be confusing. But yeah, in general, this matchup, I don't know, right? So I guess, like, on paper, it's difficult for Lambda, like, because you could ribcage and just run right through the zoning, right? You could ribcage and run right through the zoning, but also, Lambda can hit angles that other characters can't. So, like, in this situation, when the ribcage is not up, and the bits are up, and you can't block, it might be easy for Lambda. I have no idea, but we'll see. But yes, there we go. That is what I'm talking about. He bursted early, but that was the very first block sequence, cornered. Monarch blocked the whole thing. The downside for Izanami is that when she has her ribs up or whatever, she has to open you up, right? If she can't do it, then she goes into danger like this. So her tier list stuff, believe me, I'm not trying to downplay Izanami at all. I just also want to mention when she was considered, like, she's been nerfed since she was considered top 1 before, but also her top 1 ranking was on arcades. Look at that. Her top 1 ranking was on arcades. And if you do not know, the Blazblue arcade cabinets are very laggy compared to what people play on now. What that means is that there are mix-ups that are a lot more effective in arcades, which is when, like, all, like, the meta and all the old tier lists were made, that aren't as effective now with the zoomers on the Red Bull, on the Monster, on the, what else, the Ozempic, playing on, like, perfect conditions, like perfect monitors and everything. That's why you have players like Monarch that can just block their way out of stuff now as he gets opened up. But is he alive with a pixel? This super doesn't do that much, does it? Yeah, he is alive. Ah, he tried jumping. He got air unblockable there. Yeah, back to what I was saying. So that's why we're seeing characters like Carl. So Carl, of course, was always strong, but now he's even stronger. Because people are able to block other mix-ups. Carl, you can't block. I'm sorry. But yeah, like characters unblockables or fuzzy like unreactable mix-ups have moved up. Characters that you can block, hard to blockables, are moving down. It's an interesting meta shift. Bring back the arcades. Bring back the arcades. When my Ragnar Gauntlet Hades was unblockable. Beep. Standard Monarch round. One touch cornered and then the pressure going. It's all, whenever you see like Lambda destroying people, it's like, man, aren't you supposed to be the zoner? Aren't you supposed to be the neutral monster? How come you're just murdering people in the corner? himself in the corner, but no, Koopa not pressing anything. Oh yeah, in the Fenrich video too, this is who beat Fenrich, Koopa. This player Koopa beat Fenrich in winners, and we saw Toito beating him in losers. Nice. Very, very slippery, but I want to go back here too, right? So of course, if you don't know Izanami, we explain all the time. When the ribcage is up, she is hyper armor. She can just ignore you and just attack. When she activates the bits like this, she can't block. So the idea is that she can't block, but she uses the bits to cover her approach. But the sword can snipe, right? Right? Sword can hit angles in range that other characters can't, which I feel like must be difficult for Izanami. Guaranteed, right? That is guaranteed, right? The full charge, the guard break full charge. Or mid charge or whatever. Whee! Right, see? I think any other character, you super jump, you activate bits and you go in, but Koopa can't do that. He knows he'll get sniped. So he has to just fall down again. Out of range on 2B. And now, right, Monarch just lets it run out. It's okay. I'll survive that. Danger, you can't block. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He got out. He's still running. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, I've only dabbled in Izanami, but just like I've never really thought about this matchup. Like, this must be kind of tough. I think Izanami might be a tiny bit overrated in terms of pure character strength. I think she's an absolute monster, miserable character to fight, but I think we hyped her up a little bit too much because that shit is broken, right? The idea of activating ribcage, just going in, is really stupid. But as we're seeing, you know, players like Monarch that can stay cool under pressure, that can maneuver, that can just run out the clock. Whee! You know, there we go. Yeah, you just gotta wait.
Jumps right out of it too.
Snipe. Damn, from that far away too.
Bits.
I love this. So this is Izanami 101. So she has a teleport. She's a slide, right? It slides, hits low, counter hit is full combo and to like win the round. So Izanami will jump, she'll float, and then slide. So this is an aerial low, right? That's really messed up, right? She's hitting you low, even though she's in the air. Monarch knew that. He put the spikes out early. He put those spikes out super early. He's like, I know you're gonna slide.
Yeah, it sure did. And now you're gonna be stuck in the corner.
Right? Izanami also doesn't have the best movement, right? She doesn't have the best movement. She relies on using the bits to cover approach or the ribcage to cover approach, but you see Koopa struggling just to get in. And now let's see Monarch block. Command grab, jump. See? Edu. When you start to feel the pressure of like, oh man, I can't open him up with my high-low, I'll go for command grab. Monarch, one step ahead, airborne. This is exciting. This is exciting. But yeah, I need my goat Monarch to beat Excal, right? It's been it's been like 3 years of hyping up Monarch's defense. We saw what happens when you can't block. We saw what happens when you fight against a character where your defense doesn't help. Blocked again, see? Blocked again. These are all mix-up. Blocked again. All right, let's go back. All right, ready? All right, bits are there. So when the bits are here, she can like break the game. She can attack you at any time. So she can cover safe options. She can bait you into pressing a button once you're not your turn. So big advanced Raven of Koopa Claw. Ready? Goes low. Block. Ribcage. Double. This is cheat mode. This is what we think Izanami broken S top 1. This is what we thought for years. Ready? Watch what the goat Monarch does. Ready? Mix. Block. 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 Activate. Doesn't press a button. Block. 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 She can go low there if she wants. Block. Block. Out. Punish. Right? If that was me, I would have got hit on the very first mix-up. She recovered everything. I would have gone on Twitter and be like, we have to ban Izanami. But the players with the God defense we're starting to see. Blocked again. How do you block this stuff? Fuzzy. All right, so that's how you have to beat Monarch, right? This is what we talked about. This is how you have to beat Monarch. These kind of mix-ups, the ones where you cannot react to.
Oh, yeah.
But you see that? He had to drain all of his stuff right here.
Monarch gets opened up by the fuzzy. It'd be like that. Not gonna spend the burn
Fuzzy,
right
the
here.
only way we beat Monarch. I don't know if he meant to drop that combo just to set up the explosion or what.
With the falling buttons.
Oh!
That's
Dead.
punished.
Oh, no, he didn't get the full combo,
I
but
think all afternoon.
Yep.
backing away. She does have 100 meters, so he does have a reversal.
Hopefully that,
And you're
not
toast.
A very wide character like Susanoo.
Monarch again? That's a weird drop.
Say that again. One more
Was it a
hit.
drop? I don't know. He had no meter, but...
To play the zone again. Check my bid.
There it is.
Tried to go for the throw,
All right, you see, let's go back to, like, right here. So this is activate. She can't block right now. So she can't block. She wants to run in, shoot a bit to act like a shield, but Monarch just does it early. Actually, I think he had Executioner. I don't know. I think he did the command bit, but just...
that, she's not a
Right?
very
When she's in that
wide
dangerous
character.
mode where she can't block, sometimes you know the range of your opponent. You're like, I can't block, but I'm not in their range. But against a zoner, against one of the Miracle Moons that can hit you from full screen, that's hard.
Nothing would surprise
This guy Koopa doesn't look happy.
So real with you. That is just
He's like, man, this sucks.
from this cat.
Well, I got to pick Carl.
He went out of
I gotta pick
Blue
Carl.
way earlier than he thought, so he has just been able to sit down and
Blew my
practice.
mind, by the way. Blew my
against
mind.
I want to say too about Carl too. Like Carl's nasty, just monster of character, but Exhal's also really good. So he does have awkward neutral.
Especially with a character
He does got the awkward
You
neutral.
have to be on point to play Matera in this version of the game.
You know, any character in the game fighting against Lambda or V13, you got to have specific. You have to have a specific game plan, specific neutral to deal with it.
That's why I don't play that game.
And I'm not saying this guy Koopa doesn't. It looks rough. It does look rough.
Working out a perfect here against
Where's
the
Leffen?
Blazblue.
Get the next tier list out. It's time.
Yeah, stuck in the corner. Gravity well right on top. You can't
Solid
move.
mid-tier Izanami's here.
Yeah, burst out. I want to play the game.
Look
Navigated it again. Yeah,
at
good
this,
stuff.
right?
Has the
Look at this.
block.
She's not, like, never close enough to be
I know how to deal with 2B. Just don't be near.
any sort of threat
Don't be
from
near-
Izanami.
Yeah. Same strategy as
Whoop.
Bullet 2B. Don't be near-
No, and this is the strategy. This is what I talked about. So this is number one Izanami strategy.
strategy as Bullet 2B.
Always. The way she starts a game plan is super jump back, float, get going. You can't. No other cat can do that, of course. No other cat can stop you from doing that. But no, Monarch knows. Everybody knew. Everybody knew Izanami's going to super jump back here. Normally you just have to let her do it or chase her. Lambda, just, no, come back down here.
Yeah, the block
Thank
strength
you.
back down to the floor.
Thank you.
Cage out.
Yeah, that's all you can do, like the desperation. He spent so much meter on barrier. When you activate the ribcage, there's nothing left.
Did not get the conversion.
This is an ass beating. That was a straight ass beating.
On
We are moving her down. We are moving Izanami down.
Yeah.
Until we go back to the arcades, that's it.
yes.
Lambda stocks on the rise. Izanami's going down.
A landslide of
I gotta go watch him beat Fenrich. I wonder how he beat. Well, I mean, again, like, that's a much more normal matchup, right? Because Jin has to approach. Jin has to get, like, in her territory.
Whereas Monarch will almost certainly not get that back this
nice
round.
barrier.
Good confirm. Oh, another drop.
Do not want to be dropping there.
Another drop. Was Fenrich right? Were they right about lag?
And, also block
Were any of the attendees there?
Yeah, if you can't, oh, okay.
Do we have confirmation?
You gotta get the vortex rolling.
All right, here we go.
Was it set up laggy? Can we save Fenrich?
Okay, there it is. Finally opens up
Yeah.
Monarch.
You finally go open a Monarch, but look, right? It's not a big damage starter. You got to wait to get all your stuff back.
Whenever the block's done. Yeah, guard can't see
And
that.
again, he keeps doing that. Why?
Konami can do in that situation.
Ah, nasty.
Head.
Another combo. Hold on. The mystery. Hold on. Monarch dropping two.
Only needs one more hit here, though. And if you get a good one, it's not even gonna be a hard combo.
Just not going to run. Actually, you might.
No, once again the drop, and that's gonna be it.
There it is. With the
3-0 ass beating. But
3-0.
hug it out. Monarch's like, yeah. That was free. That was free. That was straight ass beating.
Pretty much only won
But
the first round.
I
After that,
now look.
6 in a row. That was
I learned a little bit in that set. That did seem rough, right? My theory was right. It did seem kind of rough for Izanami against a really good Lambda, right? Against like a mid-level Lambda, it's just like, all right, armor up, get in there, and then you can't block my mix-up, you die. But Monarch just blocked everything, right? Made her kind of just kill herself. But going back to that other video where Fenrich lost, and I said, I won't make any excuses for him losing, even though he did tweet out about the setups were laggy and he couldn't do combos. There were quite a lot of combo drops in that set, too. Hold up. Do we take the victory away from Toledo and give it back to Fenrich? I think we can have that discussion. Maybe Fenrich didn't actually lose. We blame the status for this. But anyway, congrats to Monarch. Not the closest, not the best Blazblue set. It was a pretty free, but it's a good lead up to Evo, which is happening next month. So Evo, everyone's going to be there except for Brazil. I got bad news. Brazil, they couldn't get their visas in time. They won't be there, but everybody else is coming. Japan is also coming out in full force. And I think Japan might be in for a rude awakening, right? I'm not talking about Fenrich. I'm talking about a lot of players that haven't attended ever or in years and are used to the arcade lifestyle. I think they're going to be going for like Ragnar 6B and Monarch's going to block it. They're going to be like, what the? Huh? You could block that? I had no idea. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Less than a month. I'll be there. If you play Blazblue, come out. It's only like $800 to register. Plus hotel, food, drink, Vegas prices, $20 waters, and all that stuff. But if you're there, let's play some games. If not, watch the stream, and I'll see you. What's next? Melty Blood video. We got Melty Blood coming too, so I'll catch you in that one. Peace.